What's happening, people? Welcome back to another video. I want to bring you some transfer news, what's been circling around social media last night and this morning, and I want to share my opinion, my views on the player and whether it's going to be a good fit for the club. But I want to start off with Arnie Slot. You know my take on it, but there's meant to be a end of season review, and I just don't know when it's starting, or has it even started, or if it has started, when's the cut-off point, because we all want clarity on the situation. We're all just sitting here, there's just no one's bringing us no clarity or no information or what's happening. Like, someone from the club needs to come out and just say, listen, Arnie's not staying, we're backing him, or we're going to part ways on a mutual consent, he's gone. Because we're all sitting here wondering, we're getting linked with so many players, but no one knows the stance on the manager. 100%, no one knows the stance on the manager. And the club are just disconnecting us. I've never seen a big divide in the fan base, or a big divide of the culture between the fans and the club. And for the club to get us back on side with things, they need to come out and give us clarity on the future and what the future holds. Whether it's new players coming in, and most importantly the manager. Because my stance has changed. I was 80% sure that he's gone, but then with the information what's coming out, I'm 70% sure he's going to stay now, but I just want clarity. I just, because if he's staying, I have to try and bring myself and just reset myself over the summer to try my best to support him, even though it's going to be so hard for me to even support him after this fucking dross of a season. I do want clarity. But does anyone know, if you can put in the comments, as the season review started? Because I think it's with the players, isn't it? And then Billy Hogan, Richard Hughes, Michael Edwards, they all sit down and share their opinion, and then obviously John Henry and FSG will come to the conclusion of what's happening. But I need to know when's the cut-off point for us, so we can just crack on, whether it's with Slot or without him. But you know my views. I've got strong views against him. I want him gone ASAP. But let's move on to something more happy, and it's this one here. Liverpool informed Alisson about the desire and plans to keep him one more year. Juventus offered Alisson a longer deal, but Liverpool insist to keep him. Only the player's position could change stance, but Liverpool clearly want him to stay. This is magnificent news. We couldn't afford to lose Alisson Becker this summer, especially with Mo and Robbo gone. We need that leader, that voice, that experience in it, not just on the pitch but also in the dressing room. And there's other areas where we need to splash the money on, i.e. wingers, i.e. defensive midfielder, possibly a new centre back if Canate's leaving. So there's more important positions what need to be addressed, and the goalkeeper certainly isn't one of them. Mamardashvili is a good backup goalkeeper, and I'm happy for him to be number 2. That's not the problem. But if you're asking Mamardashvili to come in to replace Alisson Becker, that would be criminal. He's not good enough. He's not good enough to be Liverpool's number 1. and I don't think he'd ever be. His distribution and his kicking is horrendous. Simon Minley's probably got a better kick, a longer kick than Mohamed Asfali, and I just don't see where Mohamed Asfali comes in with our style of play, and he could be a long-term number one. Number two, I don't mind them playing odd games, cup games, or if Ali's out for like a game or two, but coming in as a long-term replacement, it doesn't sit right with me. It's a bad decision to make. If Alisson was to go this summer, we'd have to spend another 50-60 million on an actual number one, and there's other areas on the pitch what needs addressing first. So I'm very happy Ali is actually staying. Well, hopefully staying. So then we've got another 12 months with Ali. Then the club's got 12 months to start studying the right goalkeeper for next year, because I don't think Mama is good enough to be number one. That's why taking Alisson, and I'm proper buzzing that he's staying now. But moving on to Curtis Jones. Paul Joyce come out and said Jones is valued at 35 million, which Inter Milan are very keen on him. But if we let Jones go, it's going to be absolutely a joke. Curtis Jones has been our second best midfielder. These other players like Endo and McAllister, who should be going well before Jones. And losing Jones, we've got no Scousers in the team. And we're already suffering with the homegrown quota. So we're going to lose another English player. And for me, it's, I don't want Jones to go. I really don't want him to go. And for 35 million in today's market gets you a championship player. I've seen Chelsea sign Kellyman from Aston Villa for 20 million. We sold Ryan Brewster for 20 million. So if you think Curtis Jones is worth 15 million more than the likes of Ryan Brewster, it's an absolute joke if we allow him to leave. He's definitely worth at least 50 million. That's the minimum starting off point, 50 million. But that's my view on Curtis. I want him to stay. He's probably our only scouter, and it looks like that with this manager. He doesn't like the youth, so I don't think he'll be bringing in more Scousers. There's another piece of information this morning I got. Yan Diamande, Paris Saint-Germain and Liverpool are both in talk with Yan Diamande's camp over a move this summer. Decisions up to Diamande, but also RB Leipzig have offered a new deal and a release clause. Liverpool also have Bradley Barcola high on the list. Now this one's circling a lot from last night and this morning, which there's been interviews where Yan Diamande said he's a Liverpool fan and his dad supports Liverpool, so I think we might have the edge over PSG, and we can offer them more game time, because they've still got Kvaratskhelia, Doué, they've still got Barcola, they've got Gonzalo Ramos, they've got I can't even think of that with the kid's name now. They've got Mbaye is there. They've got Lee Kangen. So they've got many of options. I just don't know what they're trying to build PSG, but I think if it's up to Diamande, I think he will choose us over PSG. But for the €100 million fee, what's been going around, that is a big risk. That's a big risk for us. We can't afford to start dropping money like that after already so far all I can go off is wasting 116 million on Wirtz and 125 on Isaac. Oh, and now we're going to spend another 100 million euros on Diamande, which could sweeten the deal to about, hear me out on this one, we could sweeten the deal because they were linked with Harvey Elliott last summer and they were in for Harvey Elliott last summer. Maybe we can offer them Harvey Elliott plus say 60 million, and there's a player I want to bring in together. Yeah, this kid here we're linked with, I'm going to call him Kenneth because I'm not even risking to say that second name. We're after him. If we did sign him, and because we want to loan this young kid, 16-year-old, maybe we can loan him for 2 years to Leipzig and off from Harvey Elliott, and maybe we can sweeten the deal with Jan Diamande for about 65 million. I really do like Jan Diamande. I think he's got raw. He's only 19. He's got raw pace. He can finish. He can take on like 3 men at once. I think he reminds me of Sadio Mane when he was at Southampton. But then that's the pros. The cons can be he's only had 1 good season at Leipzig. Or is it risky paying 100 million euros for a young 19-year-old who's only had 1 good season? But is it worth the risk? If we can narrow it down to say 60 to 70, I'd take a punt at him. But higher than that, I think it is risky because we're already hoping next season Florian Wirtz can show his price tag, and we're not the type of club who can spend that kind of money. Like, we're not like a Man City, Chelsea, where we can spend that money year after year. We might have to go another 4 to 5 years without spending that kind of money, because that's how FSG work. But Jan Diamande, I think he is a decent player. 19-year-old, 1 good season, 60 to 70 worth a punt. Higher than that, I think it's risky. But maybe if Jan Diamande does go to PSG, Liverpool are also linked with Bradley Barcola, which I do think, I like Barcola, I really like Barcola, but I do think he's slightly overrated. I don't even think he had 1 assist in the league. I know we got like 7 or 8 throughout the season, but in the league alone, I don't think he had any assists at all. So that's a bit worrying. And Barcola's going to come in round out the same price as Diamande. He's got more experience. But and this is the situation I'm in. I just don't think this manager can get the best out of these young talents. I can't. And this is I'm trying to share my opinion on the players, but it's hard for me to share an honest opinion when we've got a manager who can't get the best out of amazing talents. And this is my stance. If it was a different manager like Areola or Alonso, I'd be more excited. But I'm not. I can't get excited because I know this manager can't get the best out of world-class talent. I just need to I'm trying to push that aside and speak like on a player's ability, but there's only so much a player's ability can bring, and then after that it's about the system and the manager can take him to that higher level. But let's move on to this young bright kid here. More national, 16-year-old gem kind of. In personal meetings and talks, Liverpool presented him with a clear plan, just like other clubs did. Liverpool want to sign him now and then loan him out for a year or two to a club ideally playing in the Champions League. Liverpool already speaking with could come possible loan destinations, mainly competitive. Man City, Leverkusen, Bayern and Leipzig, Dortmund and Stuttgart also still open. Now I don't know much about this kid, but I've watched clips and he does look the one, doesn't he, in midfield. I think the release clause is about 10 to 12 million euros, so it's like 8 to 10 million pounds, which for a 16-year-old it is a bit much, but he does look the one, doesn't he? He's dead tall, strong. I've seen clips of him now at the age of 16, bodying like grown-ass men for here for Berlin. It's a very, very exciting signing, and I think we're the front runners, and I think Bayern Munich is second favourites, and we've already beat Bayern Munich last season to a German sensation of Florian Wirtz, didn't we? So I'm very confident we can beat Bayern again. And when I was talking about Jan Diamande, with this kid, Liverpool are looking out to loan him for a year or two, maybe, and Leipzig are after him, maybe loan him to Leipzig for 2 years, sweeten the deal for Diamande. That's why I wanted to put 2 and 2 together. But yeah, that kid, he does look amazing. And for 8 to 10 million, it's 100% worth the risk. We should be going all out for him. Him and Say Naoni in the midfield in 5 years' time. We could be building ourselves something special as long as we've got the right man in charge. But yeah, people, thought I'd bring you them little information on my point of views, and if anyone could put in the comments, and as the end of season review already started, or when they're starting, and when's the cut-off point, because I'm not sure on that. But if you could smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, it just help me come a long way, and soon, like I say in my other videos, soon as I get to like say 100 to 120 subscribers, I go live every day and interact with you, read your comments, answer them in an honest way, and share my opinion on things. But that's it, people. Thank you very much for watching, and up the fucking bed, man.